In this question, we're asked to find the length, which is the same as the distance of this line segment with these two endpoints. So let's sketch 4, 7 and 6, 1. Again, this is just a sketch. It does not need to be perfect. This is what we're trying to find. How long is this line segment? What we said was, if we find the vertical change and the horizontal change, then we'll be able to draw a right triangle and use the Pythagorean theorem to find this. So let's find the vertical change. So we have y2 minus y1, 1 minus 7 equals -6. And our horizontal change, 6 minus 4 equals +2. That means that we can draw in the horizontal change as a leg and the vertical change as a leg. Then you see we've drawn a right triangle. There's the right angle. There's the hypotenuse. So that's what we're going to try to find. We could call 2 the short leg, and we could call -6 the long leg. Finally, remember, when we use the Pythagorean theorem, we're not going to use the negative value. We're only going to use positive in the Pythagorean theorem. So now let's substitute. Our short is 2, so 2 to the 2nd power plus our long is -6, but we'll use a positive. Only when we're using the Pythagorean theorem will we just always use positive. To the 2nd power equals h to the 2nd power. Now evaluate the exponents. 2 to the 2nd power is 4. 6 to the 2nd power is 36 equals h squared. Now add 4 plus 36 equals 40. So 40 equals h squared. To isolate h, let's take the square root of both sides. So h equals the square root of 40. If we use a calculator, we can estimate that the square root of 40 is approximately 6.32. This next part you might find a little confusing, and if so, that's okay. But we will practice this in the future. We can simplify the square root of 40 by figuring out what perfect squares does it divide by. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. Those are the perfect squares. So 40 divides by 4. It doesn't divide by 9, it doesn't divide by 16, it doesn't divide by 25, it doesn't divide by 36, but it does divide by 4. So I can rewrite this as the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. Then you know that the square root of 4 is 2. So you can write this as 2 radical 10. So you definitely need to know that h is the square root of 40. You definitely need to know that I can approximate this as 6.32 using the calculator. And then you will continue to practice simplifying, for example, the square root of 40 equals 2 times the square root of 10.